Fred Vasseur has recently shared his thoughts on the ongoing situation between Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes, especially in light of Hamilton's recent comments after the Qatar Grand Prix. The 7-time world champion opened up, admitting that he no longer feels as fast as he once did, and this statement has sparked widespread speculation about his future, specifically his upcoming transition to Ferrari. The buzz surrounding Hamilton's apparent loss of confidence is hard to ignore, but the big question remains: could this shift in Hamilton's self-assurance spell trouble for Ferrari, especially with the arrival of such a high-profile driver? Vasseur, who's been widely praised by Ferrari fans for turning the team around after taking over from Mattia Binotto, has a clear stance on the situation. However, while he's remained steady in his support, the real test will come in how Hamilton adapts to his new team and whether his current struggles at Mercedes will affect his future performance. Interestingly, one of the biggest surprises in recent months has been Ferrari's move to sign Hamilton. While Toto Wolff, Mercedes' team principal, had hinted that the end of Hamilton's time with the team was approaching, no one really expected it to play out this way. For Mercedes, it's certainly not the ideal situation, with their star driver now eyeing a new chapter with a rival team. Hamilton's recent comments about his performance in Qatar have added fuel to the fire. The 7-time world champion openly stated that it was the first time in his career that he found himself half a second slower than his teammate George Russell. This admission raised eyebrows not only among fans but also within the team, as Hamilton acknowledged that he simply isn't fast enough anymore. For a driver of his caliber, it's an uncomfortable truth to face, and it's clear that these words are weighing on him. Hamilton didn't stop there. He elaborated on his struggles, saying that he has been feeling consistently slow during qualifying sessions. He expressed that no matter what, his pace has been the same weekend after weekend, and this consistency in underperformance is starting to affect his confidence. With his self-assurance at a low, it's difficult not to wonder how this might impact his transition to Ferrari. After all, the pressure to perform at the highest level will only intensify in a team that's built to win. Despite these concerns, Fred Vasseur isn't fazed. In fact, the Ferrari team principal has made it clear that he's not worried by Hamilton's recent comments. Vasseur pointed to Hamilton's remarkable drive in Las Vegas, where he started from 10 and finished just behind Russell, as proof that the Brit still has plenty to offer. Vasseur's perspective is that Hamilton's skill and experience remain intact, even if his recent results haven't reflected that. For Vasseur, it's about looking at the bigger picture. He's confident that Hamilton, despite his current struggles, will be able to bounce back quickly. He believes that Hamilton's experience will help him adapt to Ferrari's car, and that he won't need excessive time to adjust. Vasseur even mentioned that 1 or 2 testing days with previous cars, coupled with a test session in Bahrain, would be enough for Hamilton to get up to speed. This optimism from Vasseur is exactly what Hamilton will need as he heads into the next chapter of his career. As the countdown to Hamilton's Ferrari move continues, there's an undeniable sense of anticipation. Ferrari fans, already excited by the prospect of having such an iconic driver join their team, are eager to see what Hamilton can achieve. Vasseur too has high hopes for his new recruit, especially considering the potential he brings to a team that has often been on the cusp of greatness but never quite reached the peak. However, it's not all smooth sailing. When it comes to adapting to a new team, there's a lot at stake, and Hamilton will need to prove that he's still capable of competing at the highest level. He'll be joining a team that, while incredibly talented, is also going through its own growing pains. Despite an early season surge in 2022 that had fans believing Ferrari could challenge for the championship, a combination of factors, from internal politics to development issues, meant that their momentum faltered, leaving the team playing catch-up. This makes Hamilton's task even more difficult. His arrival at Ferrari is more than just a driver change. It's a potential game changer for a team looking to finally break its title drought. But with that comes the pressure of delivering results. There's no room for anything less than the best, and if Hamilton can't find his rhythm with Ferrari, it could mark the end of an era for the legendary driver. Vasseur is well aware of this reality. While he remains confident in Hamilton's ability to adapt, he's also clear-eyed about the challenges that lie ahead. Ferrari will not only need to deliver a competitive car, but will also have to find the right balance between Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, who's expected to be the team's future leader. It's a delicate dynamic and one that will require careful management. Hamilton's move to Ferrari may not be the fairy tale story some fans are hoping for, but Vasseur's belief in his experience and skill gives the situation a sense of optimism. As the team works to fine-tune its car for the 2024 season, there's a lot to look forward to, and Hamilton's performance in his new team could make all the difference in what could be a turning point for Ferrari's championship ambitions. Fred Vasseur, with his strategic mind, isn't just looking at Hamilton's past success, but also focusing on what he can bring to Ferrari moving forward. While there's a lot of talk about Hamilton's age and his recent dip in form, Vasseur believes the 7-time world champion still has the potential to compete at the highest level. For Vasseur, it's not just about past glories. It's about what Hamilton can contribute to the team as it aims to finally end its championship drought. One key aspect Vasseur highlighted is Hamilton's experience. Despite his recent struggles with Mercedes, Hamilton has proven time and again that he's capable of rising to the occasion. Vasseur pointed to Hamilton's drive in Las Vegas, where he managed to recover from a less than ideal starting position to finish just behind his teammate. It's this kind of resilience that Vasseur sees as a crucial asset for Ferrari in the coming years. However, Vasseur knows that simply having Hamilton in the team isn't enough. Ferrari's performance will depend on more than just one driver's skill. The team has been plagued by performance issues, particularly after the changes made to their car during the 2022 season, which disrupted their early momentum. If Ferrari hopes to challenge for the title, they need a solid car, a competitive strategy, and a team dynamic that works. That's where Vasseur's leadership comes into play. Hamilton's arrival at Ferrari will only add to the pressure for a team that is already under scrutiny. There's little room for error, and Vasseur has acknowledged this, recognizing that Hamilton's arrival will raise the stakes for everyone at the Scuderia. But Vasseur's confidence in Hamilton remains unwavering. He believes that with the right conditions, Hamilton will be able to rediscover his form and perform at his best in Ferrari colors. The reality, however, is that Hamilton's challenges aren't entirely of his own making. Mercedes has faced its own set of issues, particularly with the WA15 car, which has failed to meet expectations this season. As Hamilton himself pointed out after the Qatar race, his car's performance was far from optimal, and that's played a significant role in his lack of pace. But Vasseur remains optimistic, confident that Ferrari's car and structure will offer Hamilton the opportunity to showcase his talent once again. The mental aspect of Hamilton's transition to Ferrari cannot be overlooked. While the 7-time world champion has always been known for his resilience, there's no denying that the past few months at Mercedes have taken a toll on him. After years of dominance, Hamilton is now facing one of the toughest periods in his career, marked by frustration with his own performance and the direction his team is heading. At the Qatar Grand Prix, Hamilton didn't hold back when talking about his struggles. His admission that he's no longer as fast as he used to be, something he's rarely been open about, spoke volumes about his current state of mind. These comments weren't just about a single race, but seemed to reflect a deeper frustration with the way his career has been unfolding recently. When asked about his performance, he even went as far as to say, "I'm just slow and the same every weekend." This kind of self-doubt is unusual for Hamilton, whose confidence has always been one of his strongest traits. For Ferrari, this mental shift presents both an opportunity and a challenge. On the one hand, Hamilton's self-awareness could mean that he's ready to embrace change and adapt quickly to his new environment. But on the other hand, the pressure to perform in a team that has been underperforming for years could exacerbate his current mindset. As Vasseur has pointed out, Hamilton's experience should help him get up to speed quickly, but it's clear that his mental state will be a significant factor in his success or failure at Ferrari. Vasseur, however, isn't worried. He believes Hamilton's mental toughness will be crucial, and that once the initial adjustment period is over, the 7-time world champion will find his groove. But the big question remains: can Hamilton rediscover his confidence and the competitive edge that made him one of the greatest drivers in the history of the sport? It's a question that will continue to linger as he prepares to join Ferrari and take on the challenge of competing against not just Max Verstappen, but also his new teammate Charles Leclerc, who is seen by many as Ferrari's future. As Hamilton prepares to make the switch to Ferrari, the stakes are higher than ever. For a team that has been consistently close but never quite managed to clinch a title in recent years, his arrival marks a crucial moment in their journey. Ferrari fans, who have been longing for a championship win, are hopeful that Hamilton's experience, combined with Vasseur's leadership, will provide the right ingredients for success. But it's not just about having a star driver. Ferrari needs to deliver a competitive car and the right strategies to make the most of Hamilton's talent. Vasseur, who has already made significant changes to the team structure since taking over, is under no illusion about the challenges ahead. He knows that Ferrari's recent seasons have been marred by inconsistent performance, car issues, and internal dynamics that haven't always worked in their favor. However, Vasseur is determined to turn things around, and he believes that Hamilton will play a pivotal role in that process. One thing that's clear from Vasseur's perspective is that Hamilton is not just another driver joining the team. He's a catalyst for change. Ferrari has the potential to be a championship-winning team, but they need someone who can push them to their limits. Hamilton's wealth of experience, coupled with his ability to extract the maximum performance from a car, makes him a valuable asset in this regard. Vasseur has been clear that he doesn't expect Hamilton to just sit back and follow orders. He expects him to be a leader, both on and off the track. Despite his recent struggles, Hamilton's potential to perform at a high level is not in question. Vasseur pointed out that Hamilton's drive in Las Vegas, where he started from 10th and finished just behind his teammate Russell, was a prime example of his ability to fight through adversity. This kind of drive and determination is exactly what Ferrari needs if they are to finally overcome the dominance of teams like Red Bull and Mercedes. But the challenge is not just about Hamilton adjusting to a new car. It's also about the dynamics between him and his new teammate, Charles Leclerc. Leclerc, who has been Ferrari's main driver for several years, will be looking to establish himself as the team leader. The potential clash of egos, combined with the pressure of Ferrari's high expectations, makes this a delicate situation for Vasseur to manage. He will have to ensure that both drivers work together for the greater good of the team, which is easier said than done in a competitive environment like Formula One. One of the most fascinating aspects of Hamilton's move to Ferrari is the dynamic it creates with Charles Leclerc. Leclerc, who has been seen as Ferrari's rising star, has spent years establishing himself as the team's future. His consistency, combined with moments of brilliance, has earned him the trust of the Ferrari leadership and the admiration of fans worldwide. However, the arrival of a driver like Hamilton, with his unmatched resume and leadership qualities, could create a tension that Ferrari must manage carefully. For Vasseur, balancing the strengths of both drivers will be key to Ferrari's success. He's aware of the potential for a competitive rivalry between Leclerc and Hamilton, but also sees it as an opportunity. The presence of two world-class drivers in the same team can drive performance to new heights, provided the team can foster a spirit of collaboration rather than competition. This is no small task in a sport where every driver dreams of being the number one within their team. Leclerc, for his part, will have to adjust to sharing the spotlight with Hamilton. While he's proven himself capable of leading the team, the arrival of such a high-profile teammate will inevitably shift the team's focus. How Leclerc handles this change will play a significant role in determining the success of Ferrari's 2024 campaign. Will he see Hamilton as a mentor and ally, or will the two drivers find themselves at odds? The answer to this question could define Ferrari's trajectory in the coming seasons. For Hamilton, the challenge is slightly different. Joining a team with such high expectations means he'll need to prove himself quickly, especially given the criticism he's faced in the latter part of his Mercedes career. Vasseur is confident that Hamilton's experience and professionalism will help him integrate into the team smoothly. But there's no denying the pressure he'll face from fans, the media, and within the Ferrari camp itself. This dynamic also raises questions about Ferrari's race strategies. With two drivers of such high caliber, deciding who gets priority during crucial moments in a race will be a delicate matter. Ferrari has historically struggled with team strategy, often making decisions that have left fans and analysts baffled. If they're to maximize their potential with Hamilton and Leclerc, they'll need to ensure that their strategy team is operating at its very best. The potential for fireworks between Leclerc and Hamilton is undoubtedly there, but so is the potential for greatness. If Ferrari can harness the strengths of both drivers and create an environment where they push each other to be better, the team could finally break its championship drought. The stakes are high, but so are the rewards. Looking ahead, Ferrari's strategy in 2024 will be crucial in shaping both Hamilton's future and the team's success. The challenges Ferrari has faced in recent seasons, mainly poor race strategies, questionable pit stops, and a lack of consistency, have been well documented. With Hamilton coming on board, the pressure on the team to make the right decisions will be immense. After all, when you have two top-tier drivers like Hamilton and Leclerc, ensuring that you don't waste valuable points is paramount. The first test will come in the early races of the season. Hamilton will need time to adjust to the Ferrari car, which, while competitive, has not always been the most predictable. Ferrari's 2022 car, the Phone 75, showed incredible potential in the first few races of the season, but then began to lose its competitive edge. The combination of poor upgrades, strategy errors, and inconsistent performances from the team prevented Ferrari from maintaining a serious title challenge. Hamilton's experience and adaptability could help Ferrari bridge some of these gaps. However, there is still a lot of work to be done to ensure that the car is capable of fighting for wins on a consistent basis. Vasseur has already made moves to improve the team's overall performance, such as bringing in Loic Serra, a high-profile Mercedes engineer, to help boost Ferrari's engineering side. This is a clear indication that Ferrari's leadership is focused on closing the gap to Red Bull and Mercedes. However, building a race-winning car is only half the battle. The team's race strategies, particularly in the heat of battle, will be critical to ensuring that Hamilton and Leclerc can capitalize on the car's potential. In addition to that, the mental aspect of racing for Ferrari will play a significant role. Ferrari's past has been plagued by internal drama, miscommunications, and moments where the team lost focus. For Hamilton, joining a team with such a passionate fan base and such high expectations could be a double-edged sword. On one hand, the support of Ferrari fans could provide the motivation he needs to perform at his best. On the other hand, the pressure could weigh heavily on him, especially as he tries to prove that he's still capable of winning races at the highest level. But what will make Hamilton's transition easier is his strong relationship with Vasseur. While Ferrari has faced internal struggles in the past, having a team principal like Vasseur, who has already established a clear vision and is willing to make bold decisions, could be exactly what Ferrari needs. Vasseur's confidence in Hamilton will be crucial in the early days of their partnership. If Hamilton feels supported, he's more likely to find his rhythm quickly, and that's exactly what Ferrari needs if they are to challenge for the title. Ultimately, the combination of Hamilton's experience, Vasseur's leadership, and Ferrari's desire to return to the top could set the stage for an exciting 2024 season. The team has the potential, but they'll need to execute perfectly on the track and in the pits if they want to make the most of this new chapter with Hamilton. As we look to the future, the questions surrounding Lewis Hamilton's switch to Ferrari remain just as intriguing as ever. After years of dominance with Mercedes, this next chapter in his career will be a true test of his legacy. Will the seven-time world champion be able to overcome the struggles that have plagued Mercedes in recent seasons and help Ferrari return to the top of the sport? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, the stage is set for a dramatic and exciting new era in Formula One. For Ferrari, the stakes couldn't be higher. The arrival of Hamilton signals a shift in their ambitions, and with Vasseur at the helm, the team appears poised for a resurgence. Hamilton's experience, his hunger for success, and his unmatched work ethic could be exactly what Ferrari needs to finally break their title drought. But this will require more than just strong drivers. It will require the right strategies, a reliable car, and a team willing to learn from past mistakes. As the F1 season unfolds, all eyes will be on how Ferrari adapts to its new reality. The relationship between Hamilton and Leclerc will be key, as both drivers have the talent to lead the team, but it's Vasseur's leadership that will ensure they're working towards a common goal. The potential for tension between the two is there, but so is the potential for an incredible partnership that pushes Ferrari to new heights. For Hamilton, the pressure to succeed will be immense. After years of being the face of Mercedes, this change represents a fresh start, but also a major challenge. Can he still be the best in the world, even in a car that's not the most dominant on the grid? His motivation, combined with the support of his new team, will play a crucial role in answering this question. In the end, Ferrari's future with Hamilton depends on their ability to overcome the internal challenges that have hindered them for years. They need to build a car that can compete with the best, create a team environment that nurtures both their drivers, and most importantly, execute race strategies that don't waste the talent they have. If they can do that, there's no reason why Hamilton's move to Ferrari can't bring success. If Ferrari can deliver on their promise, we may very well be witnessing the start of a new championship challenge in Formula One.